Hi, folks. Rogers, Arkansas gardener back with you. Just thought I'd give you a little bit of an update on what's going on in the garden. Here lately, we've had a lot. This is unusual. Mid-May, almost mid-May, we're still getting down in the mid to low 40s at night. That's supposed to end this week. After that, I'll start trying to plant some of my warmer weather crops. It's just been too cold. That's what I'd say about gardening. Mother Nature dictates what you can and can't do, and what will do well and what won't do well. But my asparagus, I planted 31 sets and 33 sets, and 31 out of the 33 have popped up. Pepper plants starting to get some blooms on a couple of them. Carrots are still not matured yet. They're they're starting to, they're thick, they're tall, but they're just not matured yet. And I think I probably got them too thick. That's probably not helping. But as you can see, the garlics just went crazy. But all my pepper plants, they're doing pretty good. But now, with something I wanted to show y'all, this broccoli head, it's getting some good size to it. And if you look right down below it, this is a little side shoot. You'll get a lot of those after you pull the head, and then you can see how tight that one is. But then you look at the one right next to it, and it's loose, and it's almost to the point of flowering. When it gets to this stage, when I say flowering, you can see it turning. You get these little yellow spots, the little petals down in there that you see that are yellow, and these little nodules up here on top. When you see this, if you don't pull it, it will start to flower, then it will get bitter. So you want to try and pull them before it gets to that point. But now here's another one. I've got 4 of them that are doing that for whatever reason. I couldn't really tell you, but that's what they're doing. But now some of the others are a little tighter. That one's a little tighter, but then here's one that's a little loose. I don't, they're all the same variety, so who knows exactly why that is. But overall, the garden's doing okay. Not as good in some things as I expected. Now here's one cauliflower plant that's real pretty. This one hasn't done anything to speak of. Then you got another one over here that's pretty nice. Then I got one over here that somehow managed to get water down in it, and it just rotted inside. So it's not going to be any good. And this is something I've never experienced before. See the little bit of purple that's on the cauliflower? This is something I don't know. I'm going to do some research on that. And of course, the Brussels sprout got one good one and 5 that are absolutely no good, and I do not know why. Onions are doing real good. I mean, they're getting some pretty good size. And here's the thing: they'll give it a little top up there, and when they get a top, you'll take and you'll break that over, and then you'll clear some dirt around them, and then they'll swell. Of course, the salad onions doing pretty good. Beets, they're not matured yet. Greens, radishes, still eating a lot of radishes, but the tomato plants are getting some good size to them. I don't know as I see any. This is my big cherry, and I can't remember which ones I planted where. These probably just about to the point where they're going to start setting fruit. Now that one plant, I think it's going to survive, but it's not doing very well, and this one either. And I don't know, these 2 here are the same variety, so I'm not sure which one it is. I planted Arkansas Travelers, Romas, Better Boys, and Early Girls. And I think these are the 2 Better Boys here, I believe. And now I know these are the 2 Early Girls. And you can see I've got some good sized tomatoes on those. There and right there. But anyway, some things are doing better than others. But it's just been a strange year. But now the blackberries, they're flat doing their thing. There's blooms all over them, and they'll just continue to bloom for probably the next, I don't know, 2.5 months. I'm not real sure exactly, but I mean, you can see there's blooms all over these things. They're just everywhere, and they're just going nuts, and that's what you want. Now this end, it tends to get a little bit more shade, but it's also the younger, smaller plants that I transplanted. But now this end here, though, I mean, you can see the bigger ones where they get all that full sun. They get sun all day long, and they love it. But anyway, that's an update for now. And I'll keep you posted as to when I can plant some warm weather crops. It should be, we're supposed to get rain for the next week. I'll have to till the garden up again and try and get the soil broke up good and plant some of my warm weather stuff: okra, squash, zucchini, cucumbers, uh, purple hull peas, green beans, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, that's it for now.